Online game, cancel.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. And this one is right through. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Entering pause screen, resume. Highlight, resume, exit game. Entering, concede game pop-up. Are you sure you want? Entering, pause screen, resume. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your choosing online game, cancel.
You can't stop me.
5 yards on the sack. It's 2nd down.
57. Come on, dude. Check 31, check 31. Watch the motion, watch the motion. Back's mine, back's mine.
They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Stay at home, stay at home. Stay at home, stay at home. 57's the mark. 57.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Rivers now. This is caught by Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
The Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, bro, 80. Four down.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
180. 380. We got four.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Easy.
On play action, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's King. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. It's complete to Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rivers to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
49. Mike, 49. Get away from him. Whip. Watch the whip.
Alert!
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen, he finds his target, John Brown. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Buying time to his left. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Mike 49. Say home. Alert. Check 3.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Justin Jones there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pick it up, G. 5 wide. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 56.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this will be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Allen going to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Let's go.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
57 the mic. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, tight. Hey, check, Mike.
Now Allen. And John Brown's got it complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. They go play action here on first down. Throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Mike, 49. Stay with your man. Alert! Gun.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
All 52. 49 the mic. 49 the mic. 6-6. Pull it high. Big air, big air, big air.
Now Allen. Looking deep here for Ebron. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick here is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because
Williams loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. The Charger drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
Yeah.
because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Set. Hey, Brown 80. Mike's by 4. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Behind.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Round 80. Mike, 49. They going to need Sunday. I got him. On me. Half 85. Hey, tight.
So after the INT, it's Allen, and that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check him up. Check the call. Check the call. 57 coming out.
Allen going to throw again. Open man here is Foster. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20, 10, touchdown Chargers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Entering pause screen. Resume.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, man? Come on.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. Throw left side complete. It's Bird. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they stick with Singletary. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Check 99.
Throwing on second down. Allen looking deep here for Ebron. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
You.
Throwing is Allen on third. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
Hey, 79! 79! 80 weapon. Zero.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 50-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Keep it up, guys. Kill.
A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let him know. Let him know. Alert! Hey, let's go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Ebron's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And it's 3rd down.
30. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. 56. Tighten up. Middle.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it'll bring up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for their strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Got an open man. It's Foster. 33 yards that time.
Let's go. A gain of 33 yards on the play. 1st down, Bills.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Singletary. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Buffalo, their good start continues as they get their record up
Teams view highlight, score summary. Entering statistics screen scoring summary, total, post-game report player stats. Finish game. Options. Entering player upgrades screen, you have two options. Casey Hayward Jr. is selected. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Start weekly. Upgrade players. Entering press. Entering attention pop-up. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Every time I touch down, I got a stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city. Play season game is selected. Improved team. Press. Entering main menu screen, legends. Face of the franchise. Entering face of the franchise. Starting face of the franchise, you have two options. Use preseason roster is selected. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like.
I'm gonna put it to you simply. I want you to be our starting quarterback. And I'm talking from day one. If you work hard, you focus, and you commit, you're not only going to graduate here with a 4-year degree, we're gonna win a national championship together.
Look, guys, I just want to thank my teammates, especially my O-line. Without them, this opportunity wouldn't be possible. Look, guys, I just want to thank my teammates, especially my O-line. Without them, this opportunity wouldn't be possible. Look, guys, I just want to thank my teammates, especially my O-line. Without them, this opportunity wouldn't be possible. Look, guys, I just want to thank my teammates. Especially my O-line. Without them, this opportunity wouldn't be possible. Look, guys, I just want to thank my teammates, especially guys.
Entering face of the franchise screen. Starting. Entering main. Houston, Tennessee, Minnesota, Chicago, Cincinnati, Buffalo, Denver Broncos, Cleveland Brown, Tampa Bay, Arizona, Los Angeles, Kansas, India, Dallas, Miami, Dallas, Cal, Miami, Philadelphia, Atlanta, San Francisco, New York, Jackson, New York Jets, Detroit, Green Bay, Carolina, New England, Oakland, Los Angeles, Baltimore, Washington, Baltimore Ravens selected. Washington, New Orleans, Seattle, Pittsburgh, Houston, Tennessee Titans, Houston Texans select. Seattle, New Orleans, Washington, Baltimore ready, Yusuf, advanced, Blake, advanced settings submenu, edit, ready.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ingram again, a first down carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 58 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning They know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on the first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this form.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete to Jones. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. The pass from Ryan complete to Freeman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
61, 61, matchbox lights.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, forced out to his left. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go. 15-1.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the counter, Ingram. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Jackson now. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Jackson, flush to his right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Ready. Mike is 59.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson dancing to his left. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
First down, Ravens.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Entering, pause screen, resume. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. It's complete to Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ryan. Jones has it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Ryan now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Chris Wormley in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Here's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Brings up third down.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it second and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Slam, slam, slam.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down, even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands.
Willie Snead all alone. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 79 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
This is Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Freeman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Freeman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now it's Freeman. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, 35 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, they'll run with Freeman. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now at 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He's got Hooper on the short connection. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Finish game. Entering play quick match.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Play friend. Matchmaking for entering online hub screen. You have 5 options. Play friend. Quick match. Atlanta. Atlanta. Every single last one of them got my back. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line.
Atlanta Falcons. New York Atlanta Falcons. Searching for opponent estimated wait time. Matchmaking 32 options. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Footsteps coming 'cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide.
Play friend. Next tycoon. Go time. Next. Marley. Lily. 5th kill 1 press option. Entering online hub screen. Next. Lily Youngster 45 press options button. Entering create game screen. You have 7 options. Fatigue option is set to on is selected. Entering online/team select screen. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the home team, are selected. New York Atlanta Falcons selected. Atlanta Falcons, San Fran, Jacksonville, Philadelphia, Atlanta Falcons, Baltimore, New Tennessee Titans, Houston Texans. Ready?
Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on
Ready.
like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
This is it. 19. Mike 45. We own it. We own it. What's it?
First carry for Carlos Hyde. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
Here's Watson. He finds his running back, Hyde. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Yo. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. To throw is Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Watson looks to throw again. He's got Fuller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just like that. Just like that.
Here's Hyde. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Hyde. And some space here. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde, 31 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He juked him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. From the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start the drive with Hyde. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run high. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson complete here. It's Hyde. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Watson on 3rd down. Open man, the tight end fails. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going for it. It's Watson. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Benardrick McKinney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Falcons send out their punter. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They are going for it. Here's Watson finding fouls complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games, half their season. The other 14 will reach the midway point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But
thank you.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard
Check safety, check
line.
safety.
Now Ryan on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 18. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
On second down, Hyde. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. The Texans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Hyde a first down and more. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Hyde. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Watson off play action. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Tyler Davison hauling in off the edge to sack him. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run. Hyde. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Hyde is the lone man in the backfield here on 2nd and goal. Now Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tack McKinley. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10. Now a run with Hyde. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They try again with Hyde. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now Watson on third and goal. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 89 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good...
He's got it at the 15. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 43 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Texans' 11-yard line.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And it's caught. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They run again with Hyde on first. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things.
And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him.
And medical challenge play. Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel. Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now the Falcons going to use one of their time. 2 remaining as we...
Settings. Challenge play. Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for... Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
Ready to go here for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So following the run by Hyde, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And Thomas has it. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas, 33 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hey, 59, ready. Hey, get up.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And he's
taken down. Back
in his own 7. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now a play fake here on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. The 40, 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock. And let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And Watson's going to throw it here. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Third down, Carlos Hyde. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll give us. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Finish game. Entering online hub screen, you have 5 options. Quick match is selected.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot.
New franchise league game results.
I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Play friend. Quick match.
Yeah. Going up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion.
Compare stats. Quick match.
Try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm
Play friend. Quick match.
like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie.
Play friend. Quick match.
Die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm Foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Entering main menu screen legends. Face of the franchise. Franchise. Cloud. Entering. Cloud franchise is selected. Entering. Cloud franchise screen. Entering main menu screen franchise. Exhibition. Online head-to-head. Entering online hub screen, you have 5 options. Quick matches. Entering main menu screen exhibition. Exhibition pop-up menu, you have 5 options. Play now is selected. Entering play now. Custom game is selected. Entering team select screen. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the home team, are selected. Philadelphia Eagles selected. No. Away team. Philadelphia Eagles select. No side. Home team select. Low. Atlanta. Oakland Raiders. Seattle. Oakland Raiders. Cincinnati. Philadelphia. Houston. Philadelphia. Washington Red. Atlanta Falcons selected. No. Away team selection. Philadelphia. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Pittsburgh. Baltimore Ravens. Atlanta Falcons. San Francisco. Detroit Lions. Jacksonville Baltimore Ravens. San Francisco. Chicago Bears. New Orleans. Indianapolis. New Orleans. New England Patriots. Cleveland Browns. Green Bay Packers. Pittsburgh Steelers. Cincinnati Bengals. New Orleans. Cleveland Browns selected. Ready. Entering game settings screen, you have 9 options. Game style option is set to arcade is selected.
Take it higher, that's a god. Man, I'm a heart, no, I give it all I got. What a walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a god. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, another loss. GPS, another loss. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. BBS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the runner-up and Rookie of the Year balloting Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns as they match up with a former league MVP, Matt Ryan, and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. With you from the booth, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, could just be a few months.
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Play action. It's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They run. Devontae Freeman trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio.
Ravens. There to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here up.
Entering pause screen. Resume. Quit/restart. Entering quit/restart. Entering. Yes, exit to menu. Entering create game screen. You have 7 options. Fatigue option is set to on is selected. Entering online/team select screen. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the home team, are selected. Ready. Use events SFK event edit. Entering edit uniforms. See defensive effect SF edit. 5 Taljag left Cincy left kitchens selected. Ready.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 60 or. You're right.
First carry for James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And this is taken in at the 5. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is third and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Steelers 0. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set, 8, read. Right here.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ingram, and this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson being chased, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Maximum score, Ravens 14, Steelers 0. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. They go play action here on first down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum. because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Back to throw, Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run here with Counter. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Rudolph. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Partner, earlier I asked you about some teams that were underperforming so far. Well, right now let's play a game arrow up, arrow down. I'll give you teams that are kind of in the middle of the pack. You tell me if they're going to go up or down second half of the season. Let's start with the Raiders at 3 and 4.
Arrow up. I think they're going to beat the teams they're supposed to beat, and they will beat someone good down the stretch.
Okay. Now, Jacksonville, they're 500 right now, 4 and 4.
Yeah, but their division is conducive to their arrow going up. Gardner Minshew playing well. Maybe Nick Foles comes back, and I like that defense.
Okay, the Lions got a win last week to get to 3-3-1. How about them?
Don't like their division.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
26
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Coming to you, coming to you. 26, Mike, 26, Mike. Let's go, tackle, let's go, we got this.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And able to get him down, but has reached the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They come up in an offset eye. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble. Now, that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Set, 8, read. Come on. Shift. 22 jet bomber.
Mike 57. Tackles.
Here's Rudolph off play action. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
No. Off.
3, 218, chopper.
57 to Mike. How you getting the headache?
Hey, check Mike 57. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rudolph. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
he's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 39-yard line.
On second and 12, Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Ready? Mike, 26, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
On first down, it's Ingram. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Daniel McCullers in on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you.
Rudolph looking to throw it. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on first down. It's Connor. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Okay, time for a league-wide tangent. Let's look at the divisions. I want you to hand out a bronze, silver, and gold medal for what you think are the top 3 divisions.
Okay, let's start with the AFC South because it's extremely competitive. I'm not sure who the best team is. I suspect Indianapolis, but everyone is within striking distance, and everyone you can make a case could win that division. Then I think we go for the silver, the NFC North. At one point this season, every one of their teams was above 500. Chicago's fallen off the pace a little bit. Detroit has as well, but Minnesota, Green Bay, that's going to be a heck of a fight to the finish. And finally, the best division to me, the NFC West. Okay, who's going to win it? Right now, it looks like San Francisco. They're still undefeated, of course, and they're playing great defense. Seattle, very much in the fight. And, of course, the L.A. Rams seem to be getting their groove back. And guess what? Arizona, they're not as miserable as we thought.
Yeah, they're 3-4. The AFC South, though, that's the interesting one because you're right. Nobody is below 500, but nobody has more than 5 wins. They are all, as you said, stacked right there together. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack on 1st down, Rudolph, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. It's Rudolph. And he's going to go down again. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Come on. Check 3, check 3. 80 weapon. 57's the mic. Watch 57. I got it. Watch the safety creep.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. He sets to fire deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson, buying time to his left. The quick feet by Jackson, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Heavy, heavy, heavy. Watch the backfield.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Steven Nelson. They get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Check topper!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rudolph. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard.
And exit game. And, yes, exit to menu. Entering online hub screen, you have 5 options. Quick match is selected. Compare stats.
I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Bad man when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been Designer sneakers hurt my feet.